move
this
to
one
it.
actually.
We're not just gonna.
All right, contractors, if you're doing any contract work without a contract, you're doing it wrong. You're wasting your time. You're creating a lot of stress and frustration for yourself and the homeowners, your customers, and even for your family. You want to go ahead and have the right contract, because as a contractor, you need to have contracts to be a contractor. And those contracts need to be properly signed agreements that's going to have the full scope of work and your price, estimated date, and completion date on the project. Without all that, like I said, you really have nothing. You want to make sure and you protect your business and yourself by having a signed agreement with the right language to protect you and your business. If you're a contractor out there and you're doing work without signed agreements, you need to stop now. You need to have a signed agreement between you and your customer on the scope of work that you're doing, your cost, and before you do all that, you need to estimate it properly so you factor in your job costs and your profit. Without doing that, you're setting yourself up for failure. At the same time, you're leaving it open for a lot of communication issues between you and your customer. Without having that agreement on showing what scope of work you're going to do and for what price, that leaves a big margin for error, and then also for frustration on the customer's part. You know, if you discuss things verbally and then some of those things are forgotten and not written down, your customer is going to be pretty frustrated and expect you to do a lot more. Or maybe they forgot a few things that you discussed that they assumed you were doing, that maybe they were discussing with another contractor, and now you're having to foot the bill to make up and do those other additional things you did not account for. So that not only is that going to hurt you, profit-wise, but also your customer is going to be pretty upset, and it's going to just leave a bad taste in the mouth. They're not going to want to do business with you or refer you to anybody else. So you want to make sure you always have a signed agreement that the scope is on there, exactly what you're doing. That's all described. You have that meeting with that customer. And not only that, in the signed agreement, you want to make sure your agreement meets local laws. For instance, in the roofing industry, there's Senate Bill 38. Certain things that have to be on that agreement to be a valid contract. Without those certain items, such as start date, price, that contract is going to be null and void. So, you want to make sure that you're following all the laws, that you have everything that needs to be on there so your customer, has something to work off of, and, something to go, all right, you said you're going to do this for this price. And on there, you want to have some areas, like let's say you're doing little things, like if you're doing gutters, other trades, you want to leave those areas on there so you could put those notes on there for those specific trades. But ultimately, like I said, if you're doing any work without a contract, you're doing it wrong. You're just setting yourself up for failure, and you're causing a lot of frustration for yourself and for your customer. So get those contracts, and you might want to get some legal counsel on that. It's going to determine what business you have to make sure that the contract is going to be a right fit for your company and your needs, and also make it clear for your customers to know what exactly they're getting themselves into, what they are agreeing to using you as a contractor.